What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tank B Choppin', and I'm back with another haircut tutorial. So what we're gonna be doing on this cut is a number 2 and a taper. Let's go. Alright, so as y'all can see here, guys, I am using these metal detachable blades, and the reason why I'm using these is this client likes a number 2 on top, but he likes it slightly shorter. So basically what I'm trying to say is he didn't necessarily want a 1.5, but he wants to keep it, closer to a 2. But like I say, he likes it a little shorter, and I know these detachable blades cut slightly shorter than the guards. So this client always gets the detachable blades on top. He gets a number 2, and yeah, that's what we're doing. So as y'all can see here, guys, I'm just going over the top, getting all this hair down to that desired length. And even though we are going over the top with a number 2 guard or number 2 blade, I am actually going to come do the sides with a number 1.5 blade. And even though we're doing, the bulk of this haircut with these detachable blades, I still am going to fade using my adjustable lever or my adjustable clippers. So this is my 1.5 blade. And what I'm doing here, guys, I'm just coming up right, to that parietal area, just flicking out, making sure this fades in to the top. And the reason why I came a little lower on the sides is I do this on a lot of my tapers. It's just, I just feel like it gives the taper a better look. Sometimes when you get, when clients get an all even all the way around with the taper, sometimes the sides look a little bushier or they just stick out more. And I just feel it doesn't give a good look. And this is just my personal preference and my opinion. I feel like bringing the sides down is slightly, a little bit more than what the top is. So for instance, if they have a number 2 on top, I do a number 1.5, and I just feel like they give tapers a good look. Alright, so as you can see here, I'm setting my first initial bald guideline with my Evos. And you can use any liners you want, guys. You don't have to use these specific liners or trimmers. Anything you want to use to get that bald line set in. And since we are doing a higher taper on this cut, we are going to be cutting off that C-cup. Bring it right to about the top of the ear. And since the trimmers are in my hand, I'm going to go ahead and line them up behind the ear. And I know it looks like I kind of pushed that edge up in, but the reason why I did that is when I fade the back in, guys, a lot of times the bottom of that taper gets really thin and you can't even see that line. So I know how far in I need to go on his taper to get that looking, to get that line looking right. Now I'm just going over what I did with the bald line. Basically, I'm going over what I made bald with my shaver. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. So now we're moving on to the actual fade work, guys. I have my ergos in my hand. My lever is all the way open. In case y'all are wondering, I am using the Andis Masters blade on this haircut with this with these not trimmers, but with these clippers. My lever is open, making this a half, and I'm gonna adjust that lever close. So y'all know what I like to do, guys. I like to set in the next set in a section, and then I fade that section out. So I started with the lever open, as you just saw there. I adjusted my lever halfway closed, and then I'm gonna adjust it 1 notch. And as you can see, I'm just flicking at that bottom line, and then I'm going to adjust this lever all the way closed. And that, for the most part, should fully take care of this bottom line. And if it doesn't, I can always come back with that trimmer later on if needed. Alright, guys, so now I'm taking my number 1 guard or my 1/8 guard, and I'm coming up and I have my lever open. And this basically is already flowing into the sides because I did do a number 1.5 with the metal blades. So if it doesn't cut any, I'm just gonna adjust that lever slightly closed about halfway and then close it all the way to try to get rid of that bottom line. And if it doesn't get rid of this bottom line, which I'm pretty sure it's not, I'm gonna have to take my 0 guard or my 1/16 guard and use that, use some lever play to get out that line. And just for reference, this is a number 1 guard closed, and as you can see there, I'm just using some lever play. Y'all know me, guys, I like to come behind the ear. I like to debulk behind the ear. I don't like when clients have a lot of bulk behind the ear. So we're just making sure all this, all this section right here is nice and consistent down to that length. So here is my 1/16 guard, and I believe my lever is halfway open. But if it's not, then it's all the way closed. And as you can see here, yeah, it was halfway open. As you can see there, as you saw what I was doing, I was just flicking at that line, and then I closed that lever all the way. And I basically just did the same thing. And now I'm just detailing the bottom of this haircut with no guard on my clipper right now. And I'm just gonna be adjusting that lever using some nice corner blending to try to detail this cut as much as possible. Basically to get this, this taper as blurry as we can get it. Alright, so now that the bulk of this haircut is, the side of this taper is done, I'm going to start lining them up. And I always start in the middle of my client's head, guys. So, you know, I'm starting off by setting my first initial line in, and I'm just gonna follow that line all the way over. So if you take a look back at that taper, I know it doesn't look, you know, 100% complete, but for the most part, I followed all my steps. So once I put this line in, it's gonna help me really see this taper a little better, and I'm gonna be able to go in and detail some more to get this taper, just basically take this taper to the next level. Alright guys, so now I'm just going back in and I'm doing some detail work. And when you do that detail work, guys, you're basically just detailing everything you just did. So you'll use whatever blades, whatever guards you need, adjust that lever as needed. So basically what I'm doing, guys, I'm just basically gonna be retracing a lot of my steps. So I started just with my lever open and closed, adjusted it. Now I have that 1/16 guard or that 0 guard, and I'm just adjusting that lever, cleaning up some more of these dark areas that I see. And like I said, you can be as detailed as you need, guys. You can take 5 minutes doing this, 10 minutes, just whatever you gotta do to get that taper to pop. Alright guys, so what we did to the left side, we're doing the exact same thing to the right side. I did speed this part of the video up slightly, but as y'all can see, I'm following the same steps.
Damn it, Tito.
And I do want to say on this side of the haircut, guys, for some reason, it's a little harder for me to fade in. I don't know if it's just, you know, the way his head shape is or the texture of the hair right here or the way it wants to grow. But every time this side of the haircut gives me, on this particular client, gives me a little more, you know, I have to put in a little more work on this side. But that's perfectly fine, guys. We're going to have those situations sometimes, and it's going to be a little harder to take out the lines to make the fades look better. But as barbers, that's something we just need to see and overcome. We're going to have to learn what we have to do and know what clipper does what to get out these dark areas. And like I said, this side, it did give me a little more, it was a little more difficult for me, but I think I still got this man looking good. Like I said, I do just feel that this side was just a little harder for me, but we got it right. And I mean, I think we got it right. Y'all let me know what y'all think in these comments once y'all see it, guys. And if you're new to my channel, please make sure to subscribe. Please make sure to like this video. If y'all interested in any of these tools I'm using, guys, all I'm using is straight Gamma or Stylecraft tools. So you can actually head over to their website, you know, see what they have. And if you want to purchase anything before checking out, you can use my code TANK10 and you will get a small discount. I also want to give a shout out to my boy Tito Beats. He's the one supplying me with all these beats for these haircut tutorials. For all my videos, guys, he's the one behind the beats. Y'all make sure to give him a follow on Instagram and on YouTube. Just search him up. It's Tito Beats. So as y'all can see here, guys, I'm just finishing up the lineup. Basically, I'm just trying to connect these two sides. So I started off in the middle of his lineup, and I'm just following that line all the way over. And then, you know, when it comes to lining up, guys, you want to make sure to use your mirrors. You want to make sure you see exactly what's going on. You just don't assume that the line is straight. Using your mirrors is probably going to be the best thing you can do in any situation, especially when it comes to cutting hair, guys. If you see something that you're not 100% sure with, just use your mirrors, and the mirrors ain't going to lie. The mirrors going to tell you everything. So as you can see here now, guys, we're moving on to the back of this haircut, and we're just gonna be doing the same exact thing, nothing different. The only difference is we actually just have more room to work with.
Damn it, Tito. Another one?
Alright, so now we're basically done with this cut, guys. All we gotta do is line him up with the razor and then add some enhancements. So as you can see here, guys, I'm doing some razor work. All I'm doing is going over every line that I created with my trimmers. I'm just making sure I'm pulling that skin and stretching it tight. That way it lessens the chance of nicking the client. You don't want to rush when you're using the razor, guys. I've fallen victim to doing that sometimes. There's been times where I've rushed the haircut and I was almost done with it, 90% complete with it, and I'm just doing the razor and I'm trying to move a little quicker just to get my client out slightly quicker, and I happen to nick them because I was moving too fast. You want to make sure when you're doing this razor, you take your time. You want to make sure you can actually see what you're doing, stretching that skin tight. Just like I said, guys, just to lessen the chance of nicking your client. Alright, guys, so now I'm finishing off this haircut by adding some enhancements. I do want to say that these enhancements aren't to fix any discrepancies in the haircut. As you can see, all I'm doing is going over the lines that are already there and just making those lines pop slightly more, you know what I'm saying? So like, it's already a good lineup, it's a good haircut, but this enhancement takes that haircut to the next level, and that's what enhancements should do. They should just be there to enhance the haircut that's already there, not create a facade or a fake haircut that's obviously not there. But as y'all can see, this haircut was already looking good. Alright, guys, so this is how my boy Kevin came into the shop. It had been about 2 weeks. He needed a haircut. He said, "Tank, hook me up." I said, "Man, say less, fam, I got you." This is how my boy walked out. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this haircut in the comments, guys. If y'all like this video, please make sure to smash that like button. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe one time for your boy. I've been working, guys. I got more videos coming soon. I appreciate y'all, YouTube. Until next time, let's go.